Today on Have You Heard, I'm with Bradley Harvey, the president and founder of the International Club. Thanks for coming on the show today. Just tell us a little bit about the International Club.
Well, the International Club is obviously a club for international students. Though it's not specifically restricted to international students, anyone's willing to join. But the main purpose that we're focusing on right now is creating a network of family sponsors to host international students over breaks during which they cannot stay on campus, just so they don't have to hide out on campus during those times and hope the RAs don't find them.
That's awesome. What caused you to start up this club?
Well, I grew up as a missionary kid overseas. Since I was 2 years old, East Africa. I lived in Tanzania and Kenya, and only came back to the States a few years ago to start school at Milligan. For a couple of those years, I fell into depression, going through homesickness and culture shock, and just kind of thought to myself about what could have been done to prevent that. And so I thought, well, if there was some form of being able to, express myself with other people. I had talked to a few people, but no one really seemed to really understand what I was going through. And so I thought that an international club was a great way of getting all these different people together. I'd always felt more connected to the international students than I did a lot of the other students on campus, even though I wasn't specifically an international student. And I thought, okay, so we can get a club together, but then what exactly can we do in this club besides just socializing? And I started thinking about needs on campus and realized that a place to stay over break was probably the biggest need that international students had.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. So what could a student do if they're interested in participating in the International Club?
Well, right now, really we're just kind of getting a list together for people that might be interested in this network of family sponsors. We're trying to get a list of families together, maybe from various churches, get that network together. And then I'm hoping that these families can continue a relationship with these students throughout their time here at Milligan, kind of a family away from home, kind of support them emotionally, come to different games, events, stuff like that. And I'm hoping that in the future, these students, the international students, will eventually add their own ideas. I already have, Karail had an idea for having an international food distribution, basically, where you have a bunch of different food on display from different countries, different nationalities, and people coming and trying that out. And so really, I have a few ideas for the future, but ultimately, because I want the club to be for the international students, those plans are always up to change.
That's awesome. And what about for those that are local students who would like to help house international students? Could they also come to you and join the club?
They could. Really hoping that it's families, people that live in the Tri-Cities area specifically. Obviously, it would be a little too difficult if they live much further from that. But definitely, I'm making a list right now of both international students looking for a place to stay and other people willing to host them, people that know of other people willing to host them even. So yeah.
Cool. And so, since you're a senior, what do you hope this club will look like after you're graduated?
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm hoping that by the time I graduate, it'll be self-run by the international students. I'm not hoping for it to be a secluded group. I'm hoping that it will be involved with other groups on campus like MCA or GOA, though they will be run by their own international students. I'm hoping that there also may be some sort of mentorship thing where you have older senior students that are internationals taking the younger ones under their wing. I'm even hoping at some point that you can have them set up bank accounts, get driver's license, just typical stuff like that we might just think, oh, well, of course we have that. But them coming from out of the country would need special attention getting those things in order. And just a lot of stuff that we might not even think about being American citizens that they would need.
Great. Well, thank you for being on the show today.